Hey guys, so here I am. I'm sitting in a travel lodge in Portsmouth, and this has been an eventful few days. So a quick recap on today is what? Today is Tuesday, and on Sunday, Monday, I was in ORS. Off-road skills, Simon Pavey, the BMW training school in South Wales. And the day before that, I was down with Niall and Claire and rode down to the ferry and took the ferry across to Wales. And really that day was given up to getting across to Wales and getting into the campsite, getting set up. The first thing was the tent. I mentioned it already. It sure as hell doesn't go up and down as quickly as it does on YouTube. That was sort of interesting. It's wonderful in many ways, but I think the jury's still out for me on it. I still can't sit up inside it. It's plenty of space inside when you're lying down, lots of space for gear, and you can do things in there, but you can't actually sit up in it, and which was something I really wanted. Now you can put the cover out and tie it on to the bike, and that works well. So you have the ground sheet pulled between the tent and the bike, and the big flap is tied onto the bike so you can sit outside. And I'm sure that'll work well in Spain and in Morocco, but not so well in Irish weather or UK weather. The campsite itself was wonderful. You saw the video of Val, the lady, the warden who takes care of it, 84 years of age. Really remind me of Mum, a slim, small little woman, very, very elegant, lovely jewellery, lovely clothes, very, very friendly, loved her garden. And if you saw the inside of her caravan, it was absolutely perfect. Everything was perfect. And she was very, very kind, offered me tea and bread and all this kind of stuff, and just generally being nice to me. So the campsite was really good, the showers were really good, all those facilities were really, really good. To the extent that I tried to wash my gear after the training, after the 2 days training, in the shower. I took it in the shower with me. Didn't really work. I think it has to go into the washing machine. The 2 days ORS itself with the school was really interesting. So I learned a lot. It was amazing in many ways, that it always is. But I came to a couple of clear conclusions. The first one is that I was riding way above my skill level, and it was dangerous actually. I bashed my big toe. It's twice the size it should be, and it's black and blue. The bike actually came down on top of it. I have bashes across my chest, particularly on this side. I came down, I was thrown off the bike and landed on rocks on my chest. And I came off the bike, I'd say maybe about 20 times, certainly 15 times. And some of them I came off with a bang, like right off it, and into thrown into the ditch, or thrown into rocks, or thrown into whatever. So it was tough. I think that's probably the best thing I can say about it. I came to a couple of conclusions from it. Interesting, Valerie, when she saw me coming back after my second day, I came back and I just laid down on the grass in my gear. I couldn't get my boots off, my foot was so sore. I couldn't get anything off. And she came over and asked me, was I okay? And I told her I was. And she asked me how did it go? So I told her how it went, and she said, would you do it again? And it was sort of interesting to have her ask the question, because it prompted a few other questions. So I said to her, no, I wouldn't do it again. And I said, not only that, I think I've realised the off-road riding is not really for me. It's certainly not on a big bike. It's madness. These bikes are just too big for it. We're riding the 1300s, and if you're an expert like these instructors are, and they're jumping and leaping and doing all sorts of stuff with the bikes, then it's wonderful. For an average guy, it's absolutely impossible. And that was the first conclusion. The second conclusion I came to is that perhaps the GS as well, and that I have sitting outside the window there, where I can keep an eye on it, it's too big for me as well. And I'm 5'6", 28-inch inseam, and that's just an awful lot of bike. Fully loaded up is 300 kilos, and I weigh 65. It's an awful lot of bike to hold up. And to get my foot in the ground, it is technique, and I'm practicing the techniques and so on, but it's a big challenge. So I think that I might have to reconsider whether I want a smaller, lower and lighter bike. My inkling right now is that I do. So I may say goodbye to the GS after this trip and go back to the 700 or the 750, the F700, F750 GS. I really liked those bikes. and I had two F700s, I had two F650s, and I really liked them. I think they're probably the right size bike for a guy of my age, my size, my strength, my skill level, and so on. That was the second big learning. I've arrived down in Portsmouth, and it's sort of interesting. I came in here and I ordered a non-alcoholic beer and a bag of crisps. And it was the first sort of half rude person I've met since I came to the country. The people in Wales and in England were just so nice. I don't know if it's, having a motorbike is like having a dog. You know, when you go and you walk the dog and everybody stops and talks to you. But when you get off a bike and you sort of come staggering in and you're sort of covered in whatever and you're pulling the helmet off, everybody's just really nice to you. So right along from the ferry over, the English guys I met who'd done the little trip in Ireland, through to the campsite and the people in Wales, the guys I rode out with for the 2 days that we did the training with, which just, what a wonderful bunch of guys. And then even today on the ride down, I stopped off, I saw this beautiful little old-fashioned cafe, and I pulled up outside and I stopped off to get some food. I left the campsite about 6:30. And so it was maybe about 10:30, about 4 hours later. I hadn't had a cup of tea or anything, never mind food. And I thought maybe I should have something. See, I was riding the bike. I stopped off at a big fry-up and some peppermint tea. And two guys beside me engaged me in conversation for half an hour. And just as they were leaving, another guy came up and started looking at the bike. And he's been to Morocco half a dozen times on his GS, so we talked another half hour. So the journey down was a slow one. But I arrived here and I uploaded the last two videos, and I said I'd make this one. And we got me on the boat now this evening. The boat goes at 10:30, so it's now about 3:30. So I will edit this video, or there's no editing to be done. I will just get this video up on YouTube, and because I'll be on the boat tonight, all day tomorrow, and the following night, arriving Thursday morning in Bilbao in Spain. And then my plan is ride Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, 4 days to work my way over and to the east coast and down the east coast of Spain, and work my way around to Gibraltar and take the ferry over to Tangier and Morocco. So the adventure is really, as the one adventure is over, and the second adventure is about to start. And then we'll have the third adventure when I get to Morocco, and the fourth one, I suppose, when I come back and I come up through Portugal. So that's it. I'll talk to you again when I get to Spain, probably Thursday evening or Friday. I get the next little episode of the Ride to the Sahara. So hope it's all well. Bye guys.